Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time with TOCOMBAMARIA. And now to our show.
Good evening, good people, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time with TOCOMBAMARIA and my lovely co-host, Tyrone.
Hey.
What's going on, Ty?
Nothing much. Can we just have a hand clap of praise for that intro that we got?
Yes.
Shout out Goldie Montana, man.
Goldie Montana. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I like that.
He said he's an owner and a player on the team.
That nice, what's that, baritone?
Yeah.
Is that
that was a baritone.
The deep, soothing baritone.
Felt it.
Yeah.
You can feel the vibrations before you hear it.
You
To another evening.
There we go. I'm gonna be like Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tea Time.
yeah.
The TNT Connection.
Dynamite.
Kablooey.
Oh my
Let me quit y'all on
goodness.
this show. That's funny.
Thank you, Goldie.
Thanks.
Oh goodness. All right, Ty.
Yo.
So here we are, another Tuesday.
Yes.
We survived Thanksgiving.
Amen.
Whew, that's the thing I'm most thankful for is surviving Thanksgiving.
Was
Man.
it brutal?
I mean, not that it was brutal, but me and holidays have a very storied past, you know. So, I'm doing better. I'm doing better.
It sounded like it was a story to that.
No, it's no real story. Just like this is the time of year where, you know, there's not a whole lot of sunlight. If you live in Northeast Ohio, particularly.
Absolutely.
If you're already prone to depression, then, you know, that just makes it worse.
What they call it, seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal affective disorder. Yes,
Yeah,
they
just
do.
sad.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
be sad.
and you do. You just be sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah, you do.
But you know, real talk, we have in the funeral home business, we usually have an uptick this time of year of older people just passing away. Yeah,
Oh,
from like November to like maybe the middle of January.
seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Statistically, yeah.
Really? Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you would know. Are these usually people who don't have families, or?
I think it's older. Like a lot of times you see cases where if an old couple, like maybe they've been together 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
If one of the spouses die,
Broken
less than a
heart
year later,
syndrome. Yeah.
the other one dies.
Yeah, which is a real thing. Broken
Yeah.
heart.
Just don't want to live no more. Like, man, my nigga gone.
Yeah,
I don't want
right.
to be here.
I don't want to be here. I want to go too. How you
right.
gonna leave me?
Right.
How you going without
Oh,
me?
you just gonna go on to glory
Right. Oh,
without
you just
me?
gonna go. Oh, you ain't even gonna ask me. You just gonna
Right,
go.
right.
Oh, okay. I got you. Cause I'm coming too.
Right.
Oh, that is sad though. That was slightly depressing. Thank you, Tyrone.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm here for
Anytime.
all emotions. It's not just jokes. All the emotions.
You're a mess today. Oh my god. Well, every day. So Thanksgiving, we got through that. How was your holiday?
Thanksgiving was dope, man. Look, my mama made
Okay.
oxtails.
Oh, did she?
I don't know if y'all like oxtails out there.
used
but,
to.
Oh, right, because you don't. Well, is oxtails technically beef? That's like way to.
It's beef.
That's
It's,
yeah.
it's the other red meat.
Yeah, right.
I've coined that. No,
Yes.
it's the other red meat.
Oxtails are so good. Look, I would say oxtails be $14 a plate. You can buy a whole ox for $20. I don't know why they cost so much, but they good.
They are good. I remember when I was younger, my other mom, some people would say their stepmother, but my other mother used to make them a lot because there's a lot of us. And, you know, oxtails can go a long way.
Yeah.
That was, I think, really my first introduction to them. And they were good.
Yeah.
Like, they used to be really good.
Oh, amazing.
I'm sure she still makes them good. I just don't eat meat anymore.
So the only violation my mama had, right? She got a dog, right? So she went the night of Thanksgiving, she went and deboned all the oxtails so she
Okay.
could get the bones to the dog. Like, no, you need the bone.
Yeah, you
it
need
all
the bone.
goes together.
Yeah, you got,
So it was
does.
cool. I ate it, but it wasn't what I want. You know, I wanted the whole.
Just complaining, just
I know.
liking. Man. Oh, okay. Early on. Caller. We have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to Tea Time with TOCOMBAMARIA. Who's calling?
Hello. This is your brother, the Honorable Junebug Muhammad. I'm calling you.
Yes.
I'm calling to say, hi, and I ain't heard from you in a while. I know, you miss me and all. But I got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay,
What's your
so
question?
why is it that people only eat the oxtail? What about the rest of the ox?
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, I never had
Let's
no ox
ask,
steak.
let's ask a carnivore. What,
Oh, yeah.
what they doing? Just
I
throwing
don't
the
know.
whole ox away?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there an ox steak or
No.
like ox rump roast?
There's
the
not.
question.
That's a good
That's
question.
the
We
question
need to
answers
investigate.
to.
So they out here killing whole animals just for the tail?
Give it the tail.
I mean,
Maybe
That's
they
what
cut
it
the tail.
sounds like, doesn't it?
Maybe
It
they
does.
cut the tail and let them go and let the tail grow back and come cut it again.
tails don't grow
They
back,
don't grow
sir.
back.
I don't think they lizards, sir.
tails don't
They're
grow back.
they're not lizards.
Right. They're not
Yeah,
growing
so,
new.
I don't
new
know.
appendage.
Yeah, well, I really don't understand that, but
That's really things that make you go.
That's a good question, but we're gonna find out what
Got
happens to the
another
rest of the
question
ox.
for
We're
you.
gonna find out and report this back
tails
to you
are
because that's
harvested
important.
yeah, please
from
do that.
living
And,
oxes.
another.
They're
another
harvested
time,
from
you know,
living
and,
oxen.
And the oxes just walk off like pit bulls. with no
You know,
tails.
oh my gosh,
With
you
the-
didn't. You
with the
did
snub
not.
tail?
You did not. No, you didn't. No, you
And a
didn't,
small
Goldie.
country
Okay.
where
Hey,
oxes are worshipped.
It sounds more logical than just throwing the whole ox.
I mean,
away.
it does. It does. It sounds much more efficient.
thriving business.
Got these pit bull oxen out here, but you
Yes,
know, it's,
But I still need to know why just the tail.
yeah,
So if you
I
can
need
figure
to
that
know
out for
too.
me, if you can figure that out for me, then please get back to me.
I'm on it.
And-
I'm on it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we will get
Yeah.
back to you because I need to know now.
All right.
I need
and I
to
need
know.
some of that vegetable stew you made.
Vegetable stew.
Right.
I mean, if I made vegetable stew, certainly.
Man, she eat brown
All
rice
right,
and salad.
But thank you for
All
that
right, then.
scintillating question. We appreciate that
Yes,
thought-provoking thing there. Thank you for calling in. We haven't heard from you in a while, so it's good to hear from you.
It's all right. I'll be
Okay. All
Well, thanks for
then.
calling.
Yep, thanks for calling. We appreciate you. What happens to the oxen?
What happens to the rest
once
of
they
it?
take the tail?
I would try like a ox rib, some ox
Yeah,
ribs.
like why can't maybe it's too gamey or something? Maybe it's not tender enough. I don't know.
Why the tail ain't? Like I wonder
Because
who.
the tail don't do nothing but just swat
I
flat.
wonder who found out. Like the tail, the only part that tastes good. Like
I mean, the same way somebody found out about chitterlings.
oh my god, because
Yeah.
Massa made him take it. Eat
That's
this or nothing.
Right, right. This all you got.
Do you eat chitlins? Well, did you?
I have eaten them before. I have. I'm not like I was not a huge chitlin person, and they had to be piping hot, like super
Yeah.
duper hot for me to even.
I
wanna
can't
mess
get
with
past
them.
the smell. It's to the point. Look, if chitlins are on the plate, I need a whole new plate. I can't mess with none of
Really?
it.
Is that bad?
It's over with. Yeah.
They're good if you get like. I mean, I don't eat meat, so I haven't had them in like ages. But so obviously we know I have Crohn's disease, right? So that made me start thinking about chitlins a whole other way.
Oh right. It's
Because
personal now.
other animals can get Crohn's, like cats and dogs. So why can't a pig? I mean, I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they can get IBD. Yeah, that's a whole other show.
crazy.
Yeah, isn't it though? The things we have done to these animals and domesticating them. But so that makes me think I don't want to eat any freaking Crohn's disease chitlins. Like,
Nah,
no.
right.
So even before I stopped eating meat, I stopped eating those because it just like, how do you know?
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the trip, man. Yeah, I can't do chitlins, man. And I eat damn near anything. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you do.
Yes. All my life.
I'm sure you do.
Just don't even care. I have some. Yeah. But chitlins, I just can't get past the smell.
Oh, I mean, it's food. People love them.
Yeah.
Those red buckets with the white tops.
Yeah.
They just- yeah.
The troughs. My grandmother. Shout out my grandmama Rosa Gaines, man.
Shout out.
She
Grandmama Gaines.
when she was alive, she used to have her whole friend list. It's about 7, 8 of them, and she would have me deliver troughs of chitlins to her
Not
friends.
troughs,
This time,
troughs
little
of
buckets.
chitlins.
They had to handle like a pail.
Yeah,
A pail
that's
of-
what they come in,
Yeah,
in the pail,
a
in the
pail of
red
chitlins.
pail with the white top.
Man, I was going around town dropping chitlins off to old ladies. Man, it was crazy.
And I know they were so happy.
It was like, hey, young man, you want something? No, ma'am, thank you.
Like I will not take it.
Yeah, I would not take any.
You know what's worse than chitlins though is tripe. Have you ever seen that in the grocery store?
That's like cow stomach, right?
It's disgusting
Yeah,
looking. It
yeah.
looks like a net. It's just nasty. I don't even understand.
It's like the opposite of an octopus. It looks like it's like yeah.
That you say that, yeah, it kind of does. The things that we eat, but again, we know where that came from.
Yeah.
So like, that's just sick.
It's like, that's how people survive. Like, we eat the stuff y'all want. I'm eating rat tails.
And we big and strong.
We're big and strong, right? my kids was raised on rat tails. Look at that boy. He's strong.
Baby's kids, we don't die, we multiply on
Right.
rat tails, baby.
Oh,
We got this.
hey, but you know what? That ties into the theme, though, like positivity.
Yes.
It's like this was some bullshit that y'all gave us.
Absolutely.
But we about to make this into something great. Like, people celebrate and people want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chillins was the first nigga. It was the first, like, we gonna take this for us and celebrate this.
Really though, I mean, and that's what we do. We have a culture, I think, and a history of making the best of anything,
Yeah.
making something out of nothing. We know that
Absolutely.
that's what we're good at doing, making something out of nothing, turning a thing around. I mean, how do you go from a whole history of coming across the ocean, for some, coming across the ocean in the bottom of a ship, to flourishing? And now granted, we got ways to go, but from that point of slavery to this point,
Right.
that would absolutely break some races of people.
Oh,
Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
Look, if you drop a nigga off in Akron and tell him to get home, you know what I'm saying? You blindfold him and get home. He ain't gonna be able to make it. Have to adapt there.
Yeah, but we certainly do know how to take something and turn it around and and make it positive. So can I just talk a little bit about Tyrone? I need to talk about the ignorance of men. So what I'm gonna go. So have you ever met somebody that you were never gonna be involved with? Like you there was no pretense. Even you kind of said what it was, and yet I don't know, somewhere along the lines, maybe because they were thinking differently, they felt like it could have been something else, and when you went back and doubled back and expressed that no, it's not, they sort of like, I don't know, I don't even want to use the word I'm thinking of, but they flipped the game, like they started showing out or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. They just acted an ass or did something contrary to how they were being.
Yeah, I think you're touching right on to the ignorance of men.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because like we talked about the friend zone thing, and we'll wait in the weeds for years or
Sure
whatever.
will,
And it's like
stalker.
if you could be like, no, it's not that, but you still want to spend time with me. It's like, oh, okay, she ain't there yet. I got you. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
So you've got those that will wait, and then you've got those who are like, well, fuck you then. Kind of
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah. I've been up here on my best behavior trying to get some from you. And you
I mean, but even like just meeting someone, if you're just meeting someone, if you're asked, whether or not you're looking for whatever, for a relationship or boyfriend, whatever, and you express no, it's not what I'm looking for. Should something turn into that, then I will, and that's what I want. I'll work on cultivating it, but otherwise, no. Like I'm good. And then you thought everything was cool and you thought everybody was on the same page. And then they play Indian giver, kind of, sort of. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought we were, cool,
I don't like guys who do that
friendly.
because, like, he mad at himself. He's like, I've overextended myself to get this goal.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it, so now
I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
I guess that would be it. Which don't be a poor sport.
Yeah.
Don't be a poor sport.
And that's what it is. Like, if you decide to play the game trying to get to your goal, then you can't be mad at how it goes.
And likewise, I think that it is like you can absolutely compliment somebody and recognize the points that stick out, the good points, the qualities of a human being without wanting to be in a relationship or bed that person. Am I wrong, or is that possible?
Absolutely. No, you can't. No, you're wrong. You cannot. No. Because we're ignorant. We don't care.
Y'all are ignorant as
Yeah.
Oh my
Like, I'm
gosh.
saying, like, the female friends I have are because that's the only option. And I was like, all right, you is kind of cool, but
So but you didn't like, you never, like took back or were like,
Oh,
well, forget
no.
it then. We ain't going.
yeah. If I decide like we're gonna be friends and I accept that, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna be a friend. I'm gonna be like a real friend.
Right,
you know what I'm
because she
saying?
told you from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not for this from the beginning. It was like, what? She ain't met me yet. That's our ignorance. She don't know me.
Right, but once she know me,
She's like,
she
it's
go,
been 10 years. Next year, she gonna know it for real.
right. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that I'm gonna need you men to trust women when they tell you where they are. Like wherever we say we are, 9.5 times out of 10, that's where we are, and that's what we mean.
That's a two-way street.
Okay,
How,
what do you mean?
How many times do women meet a man and he says, you know, I'm this and I'm that, and she's like, I could change him.
I mean, that's the arrogance of women.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll give it.
Right.
I mean, because we can move the world in so many ways.
No, absolutely.
That we think that we, you know,
That's,
if we just give him some nurturing or some time, well, he ain't never had a woman like me. I guess men can think like that,
is
too.
expert bias
but
on
no,
both
bro,
sides.
If I say no, dude.
Look, if you're the math professor, you might not be good at English. You'll be like, oh, I'm no subjects in college. No, you don't. You know math. Shut up.
Well, I just needed to. I've been waiting for many days to be able to just get this out publicly, you know, without exposing anybody.
And he's being dishonest to himself and to you, because he's like, I'm gonna do this nice thing or whatever. Oh, that didn't work. Well, I'm not doing nothing nice no more. It's like, nah, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
You gotta do it righteously.
Yeah, I think the part that I don't like is I don't want to be, I don't want to misrepresent myself. So I don't want anybody to feel like I'm leading them on, and if I flat out say that I'm not looking for something, I don't know how that could be leading somebody on, because I don't have to be a bitch to you just because I don't want to be romantically involved with you. I can still be friendly.
Absolutely. But the bitch response is effective. It's like, oh, okay, you got it.
It is, but I don't like going that route.
And it's unfair. You shouldn't have to be mean to a dude to let him know that you're not interested.
Yeah,
I get it.
Just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. If I say no,
Like, girl, you don't mean that.
I'm like, boy, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that's no reflection on the person. Okay, if I'm coming without ever knowing you, and I'm coming from ground zero saying, I'm not looking for this, then that means I'm not looking. Insert anybody. I'm not looking for this.
Yeah.
So don't take it personally. Like it's okay.
And listen, ladies, just on the ignorance and the craftiness of men. Quit posting all these social media posts about, you know, I'm sad, I'm feeling brokenhearted. Niggas be right there. Oh, you sad, huh? Oh.
Yeah, opportunistically just waiting in the weeds.
Yeah, I'll take some vulnerable pussy. Yeah. I don't need you don't got to be at 100% for me.
Right, which is unfortunate and sad in its own bit of ridiculousness. Yeah. But I have to give a shout out to my t-shirt maker. I've got my grandfather on my, I don't know how much
the OG.
The OG Virgil Ogletree. But yeah, so this is
you're gonna have to, if you want to.
Which way? What am I doing?
No, I'm saying look at the camera.
Oh,
you can't see it.
Oh no, you can't see it. So this is what I'm about to do real quick. Hold
a little
on.
bit, yeah. It's gonna be delayed. So right there should
right
be
here,
him.
Right here.
Yep. Oh man.
You don't act like that.
No, I'm looking at your granddaddy. Everybody doing nothing.
But custom tee made by Eric, of the owner and proprietor of Killer Lipstick.
Okay.
So yeah, love this dude. Like, awesome dude. He is a Cleveland native, but has been in Las Vegas for, I think, something close to forever. But he's got a t-shirt company, and it's not just customized t-shirts, but this is one of the things that he does. But graphic tees is something that I've always liked them. Mm-hmm. But during quarantine, I found myself online sort of just buying graphic tees. Because what else was I going to wear at home? You know, a t-shirt sort of fit the bill. But when I saw that he had this, you know, the ability to send in a picture of what you wanted and he'd make it into a t-shirt, I thought, you know, great way to sort of honor my grandfather.
Oh, respect.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Shout out Eric, Killer Lipstick, KILLAH Lipstick. And he's on all social media forms, I believe. Okay, but yes, moving on. I love this t-shirt. I do.
No, that's dope, man.
It's my grandfather.
That's a good picture of him too.
Yes,
looks noble.
This is it's funny. My god sister tagged me in a pic on IG the other day. Somebody that I don't even think I know posted this picture of my grandfather on their timeline, and they were talking about, legendary and this, that, and the third. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's a legend. He look like Idi Amin or somebody, man. He look, no, for real. It looks like some black royalty.
He is. He was.
Respect.
He is. Yeah. Idi Amin. But when you Google him, like this really is the first picture that generally comes up when you Google him. I'm not quite sure why, but whatever. So moving on. So we're talking about positivity and all the forms of it, sort of living a positive life, being a positive influence, the tools that we can use, to attain positivity. Because I don't know that being positive is sort of a default for everybody.
I don't think
It's not
so.
for me.
No.
Or it wasn't for me. How about you?
I think starting off, I was raised very Christian, so it was just trying to, do unto others and try to, help your friend out, all the
Right.
stuff we were taught or whatever. So I really
Right.
bought into that really tough as a kid.
Bought into-
I did, because I was like, oh, this niggas ain't shit. I'm down $300. Not helping him. But I'm saying like, yeah. So I don't think that's everybody. That was my default. My default now is a little more cynical, a little more skeptical. It's like, all right, what you want? Like anybody who calls you a relative wants something. Like, oh, what's up, brother? Oh, hey, you like an auntie to me.
You
oh,
are silly.
They're gonna ask you for
Oh
something.
my goodness.
In my experience, that happens. What's up, cousin? Nah, nigga, we ain't related.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I see where I see what you're saying.
But this is
I see what
from
you're saying.
growth from like being taken advantage of before being
Right.
too positive.
Yeah.
Or if there's such a thing.
Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as being too positive, but there definitely is such a thing as being, not using wisdom and being naive.
Right, absolutely.
Which, if you're younger and you're just coming up and you are looking at things through the rose-tinted glasses, then of course you may think that everything's honky-dory, everything's great,
Yeah.
people are wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And if I'm positive, then positivity will come back to me.
But it does. It's just that if we're not, you have to be minded. You have to really be minded that way. But it does not mean that there's not going to be contrast. Of
course.
Just because you are positive and you think positive thoughts and you vibrate on a higher level doesn't mean that things that are contrary to how you feel aren't going to happen, because
Yeah.
you don't have control over every other thing in the world. Now, that doesn't mean you can't influence other things. That's another show. But that doesn't mean you can't influence things, because you can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can. But you're still going to face contrast, because that's just life. That's how it goes. But if you focus your mind on thinking positively and expecting the positive things to happen. But that's not easy to do, because we see so much negativity, for one, and we've experienced so many things that are contrary to that, sort of belief system, that you're like, man, come on now. We like to have a thing shown and proven in order to believe that it is.
Yeah.
But everything can't be shown and proven at first.
What's the fun in that? Where's your faith at?
And that's true. I mean, excuse me, faith doesn't just necessarily extend to your belief in your higher power, whoever or however people consider that to be. It's obviously unique to, to every individual. But just faith in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I think about you a lot. Don't get excited.
No, girl.
No, but really, in your pursuit of your career, your stand-up career, and how, like, you've got this whole built-in thing that you were born into, right? Born into that thing and expected to do it, and did it, and I guess pitch hit when you need to, but that's not your passion. That's not who you are. That's not what you want to do. And your mom raised you in such a way that you obviously have the confidence enough to be like, hey, look, like, this is cool. This is good, but this is really what I want to do. And I talked to you about one of the comments from one of our shows. I can't remember which show, but a relative was saying, that's good. Do your thing and come work,
Yeah.
family business. And I often think about that, and like, because I'm the mother of an adult, well, 3 adult children, but the oldest adult is really an adult. And just how your mom might feel is like, you've put everything into expecting something, and then they do something different. And, you know, like on one hand, you probably want to be proud, but on the other hand, you might be ticked off. And it's like, how do you reconcile those two things and be supportive?
Some conversations in the beginning. Like, you want to go do radio? You got a whole degree. Yeah. But my mom, old school woman, right? So more so than my happiness, she just wants to see me working hard.
Right.
If I had a job turning big rocks into little rocks,
as long as you're working hard at it.
That's my baby.
Right.
She right there.
Like you say, yeah, old school.
Yeah.
She just right.
Yeah, and once she saw the effort I was putting into any of this entertainment, like our show, stand up, whatever, she's like, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But it couldn't be easy, especially being a comedian, especially in Cleveland. Because y'all Clevelanders are a mess. Like, I'm not a Clevelander, but y'all Clevelanders are a mess.
Yeah,
like,
right.
y'all don't accept anything.
She said, I'm not a Clevelander, I'm from Shaker.
I'm sorry. No, sir. I'm from Beechwood.
Oh,
What are
excuse
you
me.
saying?
I apologize, Your Majesty.
Oh, my gosh. I am not from Shaker. I did live there, but I'm from Beechwood.
Right.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
My mother's from Shaker, and my children are from Shaker, but I'm from Beechwood.
Beechwood. Excuse me, fancier.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. Anyway, yeah, from Beechwood. But like anybody outside of Ohio knows what any of that means.
So, yeah, you know, we got a couple little pings. Some folks know. Real niggas know.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's like, I don't know. Y'all are rough. Like, even when you go watch a comedy show, sometimes it's just gut wrenching just to see the comedian up there doing this thing and the audience half reacting or reacting, you know, inappropriately or just being nasty for no good reason. Like, you see this man up here trying, you see this woman up here giving it her all.
It's so hard to watch somebody bomb. It's just like, I be in the audience like, ugh.
But sometimes it's not even a real bomb. Sometimes it's just the audience is like, man, I ain't on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
ain't nobody on what you talking about right now.
That's a bomb to me. Like, crickets are worse than booze to me.
So, okay. So I thought a bomb would be when because some stuff just legitimately is not funny.
Yeah.
Some stuff is just trash.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And other times you're just like, that's not the mood I'm in. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't funny because that's not how I'm feeling. Oh, you want to talk trash about this? You know, if it hits, you know, hits home, hits personal, you're like, oh, okay, that ain't funny.
Yeah. Ooh. Get to do it.
Right. But just, what did you have to pull out of yourself to like have the courage enough to do what you're doing?
It was really just getting a handle on what I had and just pulling as much out of me as I could. You know, it's just been
I can't deal with you. Oh my God.
It was a hard task, but I've stroked it out. No? Okay, I'll get that last.
Lord, please help me.
So okay.
Somebody help me.
So seriously, like, starting off, it was I knew I wanted to do it, and I knew I needed work in my performance. So I overcompensated in my material. You know, to the point where I'm like, okay, I know my words go solid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna have to work on the performance. That's really what a lot of these open mics are. This is me practicing how to do it, and you know, timing, and like, all right, you know, it's funny if I pause for 2 seconds and then hit him with this.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, it's just mastering the technical parts of it.
What kind of headspace do you have to be in, though, in order to pursue something that is, I mean, you know, that like it's not your worth, but it's almost like your worth is being dictated or handed back to you according to how people receive your stuff. Whereby, you know, regular jobs, you do what you do, it is what it is, you get your check, you go. But for you, like, you know, you and Dave, I mean,
I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Facts.
But what do you have to pull out? Like, do you have to, is it like an extra bit of positivity? Is it a pep talk you have to give yourself? Did you have to put yourself in a different headspace than maybe you used to be before you decided?
I tried all that before. I tried different headspace. Like, ooh, if I smoke this and drink this, I'll be fine. Or if I, you know, if I can just zone out and just sing my song, basically, I'll be fine. No, it was really getting to the point where, like, you got to be in the moment. You go look at this nigga in the face and smack him in the mouth. You know what I mean? And whatever comes back at you, fine. But you're going to go there and give it a real shot.
That's a very, even though that didn't, you know, give all the touchy-feely positive vibes, but you said something extremely important to the positivity aspect, and that's being in the moment. And a lot of times we're full of anxiety and we're full of fear and depression because we're not living in the very moment that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
We're, either thinking about something that happened or we're anticipating what's going to happen, and you're missing out completely on what is going on. And it's hard to stay focused and stay positive and upbeat and encouraged when you're living in a different space than you are actually existing in.
Yeah.
And so when you've got those juxtapositions, then it's like that's not a good recipe for life, period, because you're not in the moment. I'm super guilty of finding it difficult to appreciate an experience in the moment. Because I'll overthink a thing to death, think it up, down, back and forth, round and round, like just keep thinking about it from all sides, sometimes miss an opportunity because I was thinking about it too long. And then when I find myself in a situation, even if it was one that I was anticipating, yes, I'm too busy thinking about, well, I don't want to mess it up. What if this happens? Or, what used to happen, instead of enjoying and being in the moment.
Yeah.
Which is where we talked about early on that, tools for positivity and positive thinking and high vibration. Meditation. So meditation is a tool that brings it all in, right? It brings it, like, you can't be thinking about anything really, but your mind can't be all over the place. You have to still it, quiet it, which is an uncomfortable place for most of us. It's
hard. They say meditation is the space in between the thoughts.
And it is.
Yeah.
And the thoughts keep coming and you have to just swat them away. And then if you swat them away too much, sometimes you find that I don't have any thoughts. You sleep, you dozed off, like, oh shoot. So finding that space where you can just sort of zone out of everything you're thinking. And I don't know if you can so much zone out of the thoughts, but maybe for me, the feelings associated with the thoughts. If I don't, if a thought comes and I don't give it energy, then it can, I've thought it. I can't unthink it. I've thought it, but I haven't delved into it. I've swatted it away.
It's something I can't help.
And kept going.
There's some stuff I still get embarrassed about. I gotta shout it out of my head. Just, I should have did better.
Like Tourette.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just see me someplace. No,
I do have moments like that.
My mama be so ashamed.
Where I rethink stuff, especially if I've just acted stupidly or said or done something that, you're like, I can't believe it.
That's in the
it
moment.
Could be 10 years ago.
You'd be right back in that moment.
Yeah.
You'd be right back in that moment, right there.
That's the problem, though. That's the problem with our thoughts, is because your brain, as intelligent as it is, it doesn't distinguish between what happened, what's happening, what's going to happen. What you're thinking is what it knows.
Right.
So it's going to elicit whatever that feeling was, will be, or is. So that's why it's important. Just keep it right here. Like we're sitting here right now. I shouldn't be thinking about, oh, I'm hungry, or I shouldn't be thinking about, man, why didn't I start getting ready before 5 o'clock?
Right.
I think about right now. Show's happening right now.
And
think about this.
And it's about also being in the moment. It's being comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, this is probably going to suck. Like with the stand-up, I still get butterflies before I hit the stage. And I like it because it's like, okay, this matters, and you can still win when you have this feeling.
Yeah,
you have this fear.
Because you haven't gotten too arrogant or too haughty.
I'm hoping to get
sedity. Now, you would. And that's the thing. Like, we're not hoping, we're believing.
Yes.
We're knowing. And that's something I had to reprogram myself on. It's like, because if I don't know it for sure, then who's going to know it for me?
Yeah.
And like, what are we leaving this, I hope, well, who's the indicate, like, who's going to make it happen? Because last time I checked, I think that we were given free will. So I think that we're allowed to do,
That's what I heard.
Well, that's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So if there's a thing that you've purposed for yourself, then you're the person to create it and you're the person to make it happen. Now, doesn't mean that there aren't other people or other influences that aren't going to add to that or, help you get to a certain point, but it's you. So that's why whenever you're like, oh, I'm like, no, dude, we're doing it. You're doing it. Like, it's going to happen. Because if we don't believe it, who's going to believe it? And why would it not? Like if it's something that you want, something that I want, why would it not happen?
Yeah.
What's the...
We deserve shit.
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We deserve not literal shit. We deserve...
Things. Nice stuff.
Yes.
We
We
do.
deserve nice things. We deserve what it is that we want to have.
And maybe that's where it starts. Like, we got to believe that we deserve it. Like,
And that's where I've retrained my brain, is that the things that I want, there's no reason why I shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I have it? Because what makes me any less deserving than somebody else?
yeah.
Absolutely
Look,
nothing.
and I was thinking about this the other day. Tacoma, you took to this shit like a fish to water, man. Like just with the information, with booking your guests, with cutting the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
like
you,
just
Tyrone.
like I can say that you want. No, I gotta say it now on camera because if I say it off, you're gonna think I'm trying to get something. I'm gonna want you to know.
I mean, you will be,
I want,
but it's okay.
But I want you to know I mean this though. That's a side. That's different. But I'm saying though, like no, for real though. But like you believe, you know what I mean, and that's positivity at its finest right there.
Thank you. Now, you might call that off to the side, the arrogance of women. You know, whatever. You call it what you want. No, but honestly, because I've tried life the other way.
Yeah.
You know, I tried life sort of, well, if God wants me to have it, well, I mean, come on now. Like, why wouldn't he? Why can't I have the things that I want?
And
You
this
know?
this isn't arrogant because this is based off of your talent and work ethic. Like you've earned it. Like it's not just well, I showed up. I'm on the camera. Where are
Let
my
it come.
accolades? Right?
Why isn't it coming?
Yeah.
Honestly,
But no, for
Tyrone,
real though,
I
man.
love this. Like, I love this. This, and I think it's kind of a surprise to me, in a sense, how much I actually do enjoy it. Like, this feels like what I should be doing and where I should be. You know, it's a comfortable place. It's a happy place. Now, granted, when I'm up late, you know, trying to edit stuff and do clips and try to, you know, whatever, with limited tools, like it can be a pain when I'm losing sleep and I know I have to go to the job that pays the bills. It's like, dude, but it's always so worthwhile because it feeds something, you know, inside of me.
Absolutely.
More than anything else, like more than my painting, more than modeling, more than photography. I don't know. I think that's because I get to run my mouth and be seen because I'm a peacock.
And you get feedback.
Yeah.
The feedback helps.
Exactly. You know what I decided? I meant to send this to you. I took a screenshot of our clips and things. And so what I decided, I've only really done two real promos, sort of, you know, by myself. You've seen them. I've posted them. I think I'm gonna do everything in a towel from now on because that got the most views. I don't know.
You should.
I think. Shut up.
No,
I'm just gonna come to the studio in a towel.
This is a washcloth.
A washcloth. Yeah, no. How about a hand towel?
It's all it is.
Hand
It's a
towel.
hand
It's a little-
towel, yeah.
I was like, yeah, this got the most views. Like, come on, this reached the most accounts.
Hey, you know,
Like,
it's good
okay,
advertising. You
it's
know,
so funny. People are so funny.
you
But
lure them
hey,
in with your
whatever.
shoulders, and then you give them some knowledge. You know,
I was like, why does this sound like I have alligator skin the way I'm rubbing my I was like, oh Lord.
Birdman. out there.
This Apple phone has great it picks up great. I was like, now I know my skin is soft as ever. Up here sounding like leather.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
Oh Lord.
And you know what? Somebody will dig that. That's that whole what's that? The ASMR.
Yes, my daughter is into that. I cannot listen to people eat. That makes me want to slap snot out of you.
Oh, but that's
I hate those noises.
I don't know. So I see some on the porn sites and they have like stockings. Like the women have stockings on, but you can hear the
There's a
shh.
oh, when she's walking.
Or not even walking. She should be laying there rubbing her.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
ASMR porn.
Oh yes, it's a whole.
Oh my God.
It's what's they call it? It's a whole experience. It's like
it's
an
its
immersive.
own niche.
It's an immersive experience. Yeah.
I don't even want to know what other. I don't even want to know what other sounds. Oh my gosh, the thoughts just came rushing. No.
Yeah, but it's weird, like non-porn stuff, like on ASMR. Like they have people stepping on food.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like a whole thing. I don't really get it.
People stepping on food.
On food, so it'll be like a barefoot woman stepping on like a tomato.
And you know somebody is getting off.
Just
right. Like, oh.
Marinara.
That's sick, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Where did that even come from? It's such a weird thing, but people love it.
I think people want to experience things without having to connect to nobody so bad. It's just I don't want to meet nobody new, but I want to have this experience.
Meeting new people can be quite it can be anxiety provoking, because you don't know what to expect. But just getting back to sort of, being positive and thinking positive and living positively, it feels better. It certainly feels a lot better on a day-to-day basis than sort of wondering how your life is going to go, wondering what's going to happen. Now, granted, I've not actually, made it to the promised land yet. I've not seen the end, but I know what I expect it to be. And so just that is encouraging, instead of thinking, oh, well, if somebody sees fit. No, we're going to put in the work and expect that what we want happens.
You saw fit.
Exactly. And I don't think that that's arrogant at all. I think that that's taking control and ownership and accountability for what you want and what part you play in your own life. Like not having a victim mentality, which I think is what upset me most about the situation I mentioned earlier on. It felt like victimization. Like you acted like I did something to you. I didn't do anything to you. Don't be a victim. Yeah, don't do that. Like we're on equal footing, doing the same thing. Let's just be cool and make it be what it is. You're not the person I ghosted, so it's okay.
Hey, but no, I feel me jumping into like this life of doing entertainment, it really was like the transition from life happened to me to I decided.
Thank
you know what I mean?
Yes.
It was like no, I decided this.
Exactly.
And like I came in like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna find out.
I'm gonna
be here every day.
I'm gonna figure it out every step of the way. Like I'm gonna figure it out. Coming into this, I wasn't even saying I was thinking of doing something else, and when I put it out there, it was spoken back to me as a podcast. I was like, oh well, okay.
No.
I mean, I guess all right, let's do it then. And so it took, I'm still researching things, because you can't, how do you do something without knowing how to do it?
Right.
How do you know? And did you know statistically we're actually on at the best time? You probably do know this.
I didn't know that, but I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, we actually statistically our day and time is the best time to have a podcast out there. The length of time is a little different, but it's the best day and time. It's proven to be the most successful.
I mean, I knew it. That's why we picked this time.
Right, but I don't know. Even doing this has just fed into the positive mentality, and I think because when you're receiving good feedback, then, or when you're receiving good stuff, it makes you feel better and it encourages you to do more of it.
I don't think everybody has something in their life where they're encouraged to try their best. If they're encouraging themselves, just like, all right, some people they go to work and then they come home and they do whatever, but I want to be good at this. I'm going to try my hardest at this.
That's true. Now, okay, so before this, I started my life of, becoming more positive some years ago. And I didn't have a specific thing that I was aiming toward other than my own self. Like I just wanted to feel better about me. Right. And I just wanted to have a better existence. I just wanted to not feel downtrodden and not feel like my feet were in concrete, or like I was trudging through mud. I just wanted to feel good. Knowing that you're not going to be floating on cloud nine all the time, every single moment of every single day. But to feel better more times than not.
Yeah.
So it really was just about me. How can I be better? How can I feel better? And
more happy moments.
Yeah. And yesterday, at the day job, I saw one of our drug reps who, and I didn't even tell her this, but I had been thinking about her in days leading up to this, really heavily thinking about her, because it's been a year and a half since I've seen her. And she's somebody that I really connected with, somebody that I really like. And the doorbell rang because our unit is locked. And so I go to answer the door and, it's her on the other side. Like, oh, dude. So she hasn't seen me in a year and a half, and I looked a lot different 2 years ago.
Okay.
Last time she saw me. So as soon as she saw me walking up to the door, her eyes got big, and I knew why she was reacting, because, I don't look the same. Now, I don't look differently than I've looked in my lifetime, but she didn't know me, prior to the ballooning up of me. So it's, oh, you look great. How did you? And so I was like, and I know half the people that I tell this think I'm absolutely nuts. I don't care. They're like, well, how did you do it? And I said, well, I changed this up here. I changed how I thought and how I felt about myself. And
did you change how you view things?
yup. And that made me change how I do things. You so doggone. Yeah. Really though. I really did change how I looked at myself. And it's like I had been trying to do things to get the weight off, from having been on steroids and other medications, and just trying to do stuff, and it would kind of come off a little bit and then pick it back up and come off a little bit and pick it back up. But once I sort of got rid of the junk in my head, then the things that I had been doing all along, it's like they worked.
Yeah.
They just worked.
And maybe you gotta get to a place where you can enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
Like I try to enjoy myself as often as possible.
I know you do.
It's just,
yeah,
oh my
life
gosh,
is a
all the
party.
time. It's not a party.
It's a party.
But I want to be happy. And maybe
Yeah.
it just came from being in the funeral business because I'm around sad folks all
Right,
day.
all the time.
So every time I'm just party. Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, because death is all around you.
It is.
Literally.
It's going to happen.
Yes, it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen.
But maybe like people being positive with themselves and trying to enjoy who they are. Not just enjoy yourself in life, but enjoy
who you are.
I'm loving me today. I'm having a good me day.
Exactly. And I think that if people looked at themselves that way, it would just be, it sounds, cliche and silly, but I think it's absolutely true. If people felt better about them, then there would be less assholes out here for you to run up against and bump heads with.
Right.
Because you wouldn't be on that. Like, people are just on being, I started saying some years ago, I just want to be the best version of myself. Like, I don't want to be brand new. And that's what people like to say when you change.
Yeah.
How, that's not, you being brand new. No, dude.
I'm in a different tax bracket. I am. Yes.
It's like I am being the best version of myself. That is what I'm striving to be, the best version. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't still fall short in some areas, because people always want to hit you with, what you're not doing perfectly. Okay, because I'm not perfect. So I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to mess up. I'm a whatever. But I'm going to come back to center and self-correct, because I'm more aware of what I'm doing. Like, now when I get an attitude, don't think I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't think that, what's happening is I'm unaware.
It's like I'm giving you grace right now.
Right. Like, and sometimes I just want to give myself permission to say how I feel. Just say it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, is allowing yourself to feel a range of things, not holding yourself hostage for things that you may have done wrong, having to shout,
Yeah. That's how I get it out. That's my therapy.
But see, you get it out and let it be gone. Like, ruminating on things is I'm really good at that. And that's a horrible thing. Just keep replaying a thing over and over.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I also replay good things over and over.
And you got to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I
you're
really
like,
try to
"Ooh, I
only
enjoyed
ruminate
that."
when I'm having super high confidence days. Like, all right, I can look at this bullshit now. Let me just think back. And it's like, all right.
And you'd be like, it's all right.
All right.
Because I had a good day today.
That was the old me.
Right. Do you find that you have people trying to bring or throw back at you, who you maybe used to be?
Oh, absolutely, man. I remember when I first graduated from college, right? Now, I was a 18-year undergrad. We just put that out there. I was
That's all right.
So when I graduated, the one dude, he was like, "Oh man, you graduated? That's amazing, man." Because you know how you used to be. I was
wow.
like, "Yeah, I remember when you came home too. We all fall short, motherfucker."
Really though? Why you trying to point out my stuff?
But look, you gonna take shots with a smile at me. You know what I mean? That's what I don't
a
like.
backhanded compliment.
Right.
Like, don't do that.
Come on,
Don't do
bro.
that to me.
What about you? Do you ever have people trying to remind you of a less productive you past?
Yeah. There are things that people will say. And it's just being able to not react to those things,
Right.
but sort of take it with grace and in stride and be like, okay, but it's where we are now.
Look
So
how
while
far
you
look how far he has brought me.
right. Been delivered.
Been delivered. The head shall be the tail, and the tail. Ephesians 25. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, just
I'm
stop.
done.
Just stop.
I'm done.
But yeah, people try to bring things up, and I think there's enough contrast in just people that you deal with every day to keep you like, okay, let me positivity, let me, okay, high vibrations, let me do this, let me, stay in a good place. And there are like it's not just me sitting there thinking, okay, I'm gonna be positive, I'm gonna be positive. There are tools that I use, you know, from thoughts, from meditations, which could almost be considered thoughts, to my yoga practice, which, you know, yoga is its own meditation. And I think I actually meditate better when I'm doing my yoga postures, because I'm trying to make sure I don't fall out of a posture. So I'm really just locked in on what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I was meditating on your yoga postures too. I was like, you know what, she's that downward dog, boy. Whoo. Okay.
Oh, but really, so I don't fall out. So I'm really, really honed in and really in tune with what my body's doing on the mat, and just making sure that I'm present. And so, which is very helpful. And, you know, obviously I wear like tons of crystals all the time. And like clearing, like I did here, like I don't do it at work. Sometimes I just want to light up a big stick of sage and just walk through the job, just up and down the office and just sage everything. But, you know, it's not
I think you're onto something with that too. Just like the awareness, you know what I'm saying? Like being aware of like your body, you know, like sometimes you don't even know you're making a face. You be like, what? And you gotta, all right, let me just, you know, maybe left cheek, right cheek. Or you be like, yo, just wiggle your big toe. Just, what's the last time you just wiggled it just to see, just aware, just take manual control over yourself.
It's true though.
Yeah.
It's true, being aware. I do have RBF. I know that I do. And so you know, my face when I'm not really paying attention sometimes can look like
really bad frown. Is that what that stands for?
That's exactly what that stands for. Yeah, I do have that. And I don't know. And then I'm quiet, so that, well, I'm not really. I don't know.
Selective.
Yeah. I am an extroverted introvert. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know? It's okay though. I think it's my Gemini moon that makes me like totally opposite of my Taurus. But it's okay. It's all right, because I like to be to myself, but I also like to be out there.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but it's all right. But I like everything on my own terms. So that's
not
very
weird.
Taurus.
That's back to the arrogance of women now.
Whatever. And the ignorance of men to not give it to me. But you know, it's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry. Yeah. So positivity. What things do you do for yourself to stay in a good headspace?
I try to get sleep.
That's important.
It is.
No, it's super important.
And like I try to either no sounds, or I'll put the sleep sounds like some rain or something on, but just a time where my mind's not occupied with creating content or editing content. I'm just let it be free, Lord, just for a couple of hours.
That's a good thing you bring up. I sleep with that could have gone so many ways, but I sleep with the TV on, but listening to solfeggio frequencies.
Oh, that's
Excuse me, because you know they provoke different things in the atmosphere. I mean, they're frequencies, obviously, so they're bouncing off, and you know they can influence things. So I listen to a particular frequency more often than not.
Now, is this like for a peaceful thing, or just like a toning out the world sound? Or
no, it's really it's peaceful thing. So the 417 hertz is the frequency that I listen to most often. That destroys negativity. It can actually reverse negative situations that could have happened, or that may be in the process of happening. And so we know that everything is a vibration. You know, everything has a frequency. Everything is a vibration. And so being cognizant of that, then I choose to combat some things or influence or help other things with positive frequencies, or things that are known or have been proven to sort of influence things in a certain way. So I stopped years and years ago of just leaving my TV on and just letting random things play, because you don't know what's playing in the middle of the night when you fall asleep. You know, like when you, for example, when you wake up and there's a scary movie promo on, you know, you're like, oh my God. And then you can't go back to sleep.
Yeah, but
and
you
you're all
absorb that
jacked
stuff,
up.
though, even subconsciously.
Man, listen, when OJ was in the back of that Bronco and the white Bronco was being chased, I was asleep. And I was dreaming that I was in a white Bronco and I was being chased. Now, I had fallen asleep long before this chase happened, but I'm in the Bronco. So when I woke up, I was very just, I was anxiety ridden, and because I've been being chased in my dream.
Yeah.
TV's on, so when I finally realize I'm awake and I, blink and I look at the TV and I see a white Bronco being on a high speed or low speed chase, whatever the speed the chase was. I said, I'll be damned. Like, not that hadn't happened before, but that was the most, that was like the strongest connection I could make to the influence that was happening outside of me and was presenting, in me. Because when I, leave it alone. When I went to sleep, again, OJ hadn't gotten in there. Him and what's his name? AC. Yeah, him and AC hadn't gotten in that truck yet. So, but yeah, those things definitely do play a part in what you think and sometimes how you feel. So that's why I choose to play the frequencies while I'm asleep, and they have different lengths of them. I never get 9 hours of sleep, but I always play the 9 hour one just for shits and giggles.
Better have more than not enough.
And my TV times out at 4 hours anyway. So, but so I play it. I play that in my bedroom, and then in my office, I always turn that on and leave it. The dog is really the only one there when I'm gone, but it probably annoys the shit out of him. But I leave just something playing again until the TV times out, after 4 hours. But yeah, so that's one of the things I do. Singing bowl. My son left his singing bowl. I guess he left it for me. Thank you. Right.
I can't make the sound.
I have it on the mantle, so every now and again I'll just have the urge to play it. So pick it up, strike it, and just. And the dog's looking at me like, oh, here she goes again. My son said that he did howl once. He's never howled for me, but he just looks at me and then he just lays his head down like, here she goes again. But those are all things that make me feel good on a level that I can't even.
It's all vibrations.
Yeah, absolutely. So it keeps my vibration high. When your vibration is high, you can't help but to be positive. And even if you get, encounter contrast or get knocked down, knocked around, if you're staying in that position more often than not, then it's easier to go back to that. If that becomes your default, then it's easier to get back to that. And things that I've encountered since I've started thinking differently, they don't tear me down they don't break me down the way that they used to. Even when I think about loved ones and, them potentially departing, because you don't know when it's going to happen. But I've tried to fix my mind differently, and so that I can react differently and don't feel like my world's going to come to an end just because their time on this plane did, So that's something that I sort of actively work on.
Well, you prepared yourself to take the hits.
Exactly. That's what I attempt to do, because certain things are going to happen.
It's going to happen.
They're going to happen. Affirmations too. That's another thing I do before I meditate. I do affirmations. I just affirm myself, affirm how I speak life into how I expect my day to go, the things I expect to get from other people, my encounters with other people, things just being smooth, even down to my drive to work. I'm like, look, uneventful drive, because I know I got to go down the street I have to go down, and it's 25 miles an hour most of the way, and the cops are every 2 minutes they're sitting there.
I feel like your affirmations is like, oh Jesus, please don't let me kill nobody on the way to work today. I don't want to have to get out this car and lay my hands on nobody, Lord.
Yeah, some days, some of the places I go, I'm like, just keep it all together.
Amen.
Keep it all together, because folks will try you. They absolutely will try you on every level. They will. But to have a baseline where you're sort of coming back, to that middle ground of where you can feel positive and you can be higher than you are lower. That just makes all the difference in the world. And it's allowed, even though I didn't just start this journey, but I guess it's a cumulative effect. This season for me, again, historically, I don't like this time of year. My children love this time of year, especially my daughter. She's all about Christmas music before Thanksgiving and all about all this other stuff. The Grinch is my spirit animal. Like, no, I love the Grinch. I love him.
He gangsta. I like the Grinch too.
I have a life-size Grinch that my friend had printed out for me. We used to decorate our cubes at work. And so I took it home and I had it on my door last year. So it's this huge, tall as me, literally.
Oh my God.
My screen door is all glass. I just put them up there, and Grinch in my office, Grinch mugs all over. Yeah, so I have Grinch all through my house. But this year, she tells me that she didn't start listening to Christmas music. Tell me why I started putting out Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. I changed out my decorations. That's not me, because I usually am like, oh God.
So what happened? Your energy changed up? You just...
Yeah, it's like, what's the point in feeling negatively about this time of year?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of doing that? Embrace every time. And one of my sisters, it's funny, she posted something like that about, not necessarily liking these months, but learning to embrace them and seeing the beauty in things. And that's the very thing I've been striving to do, is saying, hey, I don't like wintertime. I don't like the cold. I don't like snow, but it's beautiful. Snow's so pretty.
It is.
So
and usually people are better this time of year. People a little nicer, a little sweeter,
Christmas cheer.
Christmas
Unless
cheer.
you're Scrooge.
Yeah, but even the Scrooges though, they'll still give you the
they try a little harder.
Yeah, they'll give you the fake one. Yeah. But I like that. It's just it makes me hopeful. Like, all right, maybe we can be better people to each other.
Right. And but we see that the stuff dissipates after. It's good while it's happening, and it's cool, and you do feel good when you share moments with people that you may not otherwise share good moments with. To have a human experience with other humans is like, we're in this. It doesn't matter, black, white, red, green, purple. It doesn't matter. And then the season's over.
Look, after I buy the gifts, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I'm not in the mood.
Right.
I gotta spend all my damn money.
Right, exactly. That's the other thing, the stress of buying things, because we commercialize things so much that the importance is on the gift giving and getting. It's not about anything else.
I convinced my daughter a long time,
stressful.
like, our God does not participate.
You have to, though.
Yeah.
You honestly have to switch the focus from receiving all these things and saying it's not really about that. It's not about that. For one, ain't nobody got all that kind of money and trying to be in all that kind of debt after the fact. But it's not about that, because you're not going to care about that stuff.
Look, I remember my last 10 Christmases. Did nobody say Jesus once? Nobody mentioned the Lord at all. Like, not a happy birthday. I want to shout out my nigga Jesus. Like, nothing. It was just, what'd you get me?
Right.
Yeah.
It's so self.
So maybe that's the other side. You can't pervert the positivity. Like, positive, you can't make it a greed thing.
I like
it.
Yeah. No, you can't. And I suppose that definitely is something that you could do, even if we're not talking about holidays or things like that. You could sort of pervert the positivity. You could just, I want, because I deserve everything. I'm a take.
Yeah.
And that's quite actually the opposite of what the goal is.
Absolutely.
And it's my goal really to leave people definitely not feeling any worse than when they encountered me, but hopefully feeling better, even just a little bit, just being like, hey, okay, it's cool, bitch. All right. What's up, calm? I mean, that's like, I enjoy that. I enjoy when people are left with a positive experience, and it's like, hey, yeah, I would talk to her again. Yeah, I want to, have another conversation with her. Yeah, I want to tune in to Tea Time with Tacoma Maria.
Absolutely.
But really, though, just to leave people feeling better than before they encountered you.
That's kind of like the minimum for being a human. Just, hey.
It should be.
Hey, how are you today? Cool. whatever.
It should be.
Yeah. Have a dollar or a napkin. Or, I'm saying, if you can help and it doesn't kill you to help, why not?
Right. Even just to speak, like at work, it is amazing when folk come. I was taught, I'm sure you were taught, when you walk into the room, you're the one who speaks, because you're the one who entered the room.
The burden's on you.
Yeah, they were already there. You're the new one introduced to the scene, so you open up your mouth and you acknowledge their presence.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It is just absolutely disgusting how that does not happen. I say hello to people on a daily basis that never even open their mouths back up.
What? That's
I'm
crazy.
like, are you hard of hearing?
Now, I'd be like that, but I think it'd be women think I'm trying to holler. Sometimes I just be like, hello, you know.
Like, we work in the same office and I see you every day. So, you know, good and well, you know, like, this is just, and I was walking, because I walk from where I park to the hospital, and I walked past someone, and we were very, very close. Like, she had on her mask, even though we were outside. I didn't, because I wished to breathe, you know, till I got in the building. And so I spoke, because we were so in such close proximity. It felt rude to pass in front of, you know, where she was and not open my mouth. So I spoke, and she didn't speak. And I had half a mind to turn around and be like, sister, did you, maybe you must have had your earbuds in.
Yeah.
Because I know you heard me say hello. And what's the problem?
Like,
you
wait,
can't speak back.
Is my mic, hello?
Right.
Is my mic on?
Is this thing on?
Can you hear me? You gotta get close. Can you hear me?
It's like, what is wrong with people? And that sort of, I had an attitude for like half a second. I'm like, whatever, okay. Fine.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to shake it off, because I'm about to go back in with some more people who, when I speak to them, they're going to act like they don't hear me. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God.
I hate that with dudes too. Like, what's up, man? He'll just,
Yeah.
nigga, it's me. Hello.
Yeah, right. Like, I have what I think is so nice. It makes me feel good every day. We have shuttle drivers. And I don't catch the shuttle anymore, because it's nice to walk, and it's not nice to walk, but it is exercise. But the shuttle drivers are familiar with me, you know, just from seeing me around for the last 10 years. So they'll be driving various and sundry directions on the street, and they'll blow the horn, you know, and I can't. Windows to most vehicles are tinted, right? Plus, I don't usually wear my glasses anymore, so I can't see if it's the driver that I know or not, right? Mr. Magoo and his boy. So I can't tell. So I never speak first, because I'm not sure. So they'll honk the horn, you know, like real suddenly, and then I wave and smile. But it feels good to be acknowledged. Like, these are public intersections, but somebody's taking the time to speak from, you know, 4 lanes of traffic away, just because they see you and
We
they
have a
want to say
rapport.
hello.
If I see you in trouble, I might help you now.
You
You know, like, just for real.
Right, like, it's cool to be acknowledged and to acknowledge other people, which is why I say hello to folk, because you never know if you're the only interaction with another positive human being that person has had.
Yeah.
You don't know. And then I do a man head nod. I don't know why I do that, but I'll do like a what's up, or
Because you a
or if
nigga.
it, or if it's like an older gentleman,
Yeah.
then I'll do this nod. You know, if it's like an older man, it goes down.
goes
If it's
down,
a younger
yeah.
person, it could be, you know, because older men will usually acknowledge you like that. They'll do it. Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's weird. Yeah, because
I never thought about that. I guess it is different.
I'm the most feminine nigga there
Yeah.
is, right? Because I'm super feminine, but I'm still a dude.
Now, Lil Nas X might have you beat.
But
Yeah. But
really, yeah, I'm a dude. It's
Yeah.
okay though. I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
It's hot, like a dude with a vagina. Like, it's cool.
Okay, we're going.
Does the vagina mess it up? Like,
Oh my god.
I can give you compliments and I don't got to say no homo. Like, oh, nice t-shirt.
Right. No, but yeah, that's probably why most of my friends are men.
Right.
'Cause I don't know. Well, that's probably not why, but we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that
That's why we
there,
friends.
Tyrone. We're gonna leave that where it is. But yeah. So
You hear that rooster?
right, it's a rooster out there. But yeah, to be positive doesn't cost you a single thing.
At all.
Absolutely doesn't, and it actually enhances your life on a day-to-day basis. Makes you look at things in a much brighter, broader, expansive way. It lets you know that you're capable of anything you want to do. Like, anything you want to do, you can do it. You just put your mind to doing it, and know that it's not impossible. But it's all about what you believe and retraining your mind. And sometimes that can be difficult if the influences around you are not conducive to that. But that's why you have to be self-aware and go inward a lot of times. Go inward and extract out those good things. Get rid of the negative stuff and pull the good stuff out and bring it to the forefront.
That's right.
Because it benefits you and everybody else around you. And you'll be shocked and amazed at how much further you can go. Yeah. Like, what?
I was just going to say, Tacoma, like, since we've been doing this show, you've pulled so much good stuff out of me. I just
But I can't. I am not
Brimming.
going
I'm
there.
just-
I'm not going there with you. I'm not doing it,
Listen,
Tyrone.
okay,
I'm not
just saying,
doing
thank
it.
you.
Oh, but honestly, so I didn't go to the day job today because I'm not feeling well. Crohn's related stuff. So took the day off, and I don't feel great right now. But this makes me feel good.
Positivity. Didn't even know it. Didn't even know you was feeling good.
I mean, yeah, what it is, what it is. Happens, it'll pass. But being here, like I looked forward to being here. I've been in bed like all day, but and I'm going home to get back in the bed. But this moment in time just feeds my soul. So thank you, Tyrone. I appreciate you.
Thank you, too.
DJ Goldie Montana. I appreciate you. So
Don't forget Moan.
Moan is my dude. I definitely appreciate you, Moan. I really do appreciate you. What?
The fines.
Oh, is that what that was? No, I do. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the guys on the other side of this thing who helped to get me here. I appreciate
We
them.
appreciate you too, Tacoma.
Thank you.
Doing your thing, girl.
Mutual Appreciation Society. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
It's so
God.
exciting.
Stop it.
Oh my God. When I first moved to Southern California and I started talking like a Valley girl, my mother was mortified, appalled, disgusted.
You was like doing the Hillary.
She was like, if you don't stop. Yeah. That reminded me of that. But anyway, so good talk on positivity. Definitely appreciate being able to have this back and forth and to let folks know how it is you can improve your life. And what do we always say, Tyrone? When you change how you view things, then you change how you do things.
That's right.
Thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Tacoma Maria. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.